Hey everyone, the Professor here. Welcome to my first video on gear with a financial focus. I wanted to do this video partially to address a question that I'm afraid may come up before it comes up, which is, Nolan, how can you talk about budgeting when you have such expensive showpieces on your channel? I mean, here's a $220 knife new. Here's a $165 knife new. $175-ish multi-tool new. And this watch you've started wearing now, and that's about $135 on Amazon. How can you talk about staying out of debt and budgeting and being wise with your money and be showcasing this sort of gear? Well, the short answer to that is this gear did not put us into debt. But the longer answer is it's the way that my wife and I have agreed to handle what we are calling fun money. Now, some people might call this blow money, or they might consider it a sinking fund for their interests. But essentially, I'm a believer that if you don't allow yourself any fun with your money, you're going to break your budget more often. You need an outlet. You need to be able to spend money on things you care about beyond just getting out of debt. If my only thing I have to look forward to is the next debt that I have to pay off, that's a really sad existence. I mean, we're not taking vacations, we're not doing anything to really treat ourselves. So we have to do something in the interim. And so my wife and I agreed to some fun money rules, and essentially, that's how I pay for gear. So let me go over what those rules are. First rule is each of us earns $10 per paycheck to the family to be allocated for whatever we wish, fun purchase-wise. This is money per paycheck, not per week, even though I get paid once a week right now. So if I were to receive a bonus check, we can also get $10 each out of that. Now, we are a single income household, so I'm only earning one paycheck. If we had two incomes, we probably would do once a week, or we would each earn fun money out of our own paycheck or something to that effect. $10 each per paycheck. And that $10 can be used to buy whatever we want. And we don't really have to get the approval of our partner to do it if it's money that we've already saved up. The money that we don't spend, since we shouldn't go out and spend $10 on fun purchases every week, the money that we don't spend is accrued. And there's no maximum to what we can accrue. So if you think about it, if I'm getting paid once a week, we should accrue each about $520 across the year to spend on things. Now, $520, I could have bought this, I could buy a pretty nice watch, all kinds of things on that. This is a little different from the way a lot of people on the Dave Ramsey plans do things with their fun money, where they will have a fun money budget and they get that same budget every month. And whatever they don't spend from that is supposed to go right to paying debt at the end of the month. That's not the way we're addressing this, because we want to be able to save up for major purchases in our fun categories across multiple months. And it does teach some discipline, because if I want to go out and buy a $300 item, I have to save for 30 weeks to do it. And it does make you appreciate even more gear that costs some money. The money that is in each of our fun money accrued balances doesn't impact one another. So if I don't go spending money for 6 months, but my wife spends it about every month, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't feel guilty for having $300 saved up if she has none, and vice versa. Since the fun money rule has gone into effect, the only thing I have really redeemed it for that I've kept is this Citizen AW1150-07E, which is about $135 on Amazon right now, but through a discount code that was in play at the time, some gift card money, I only ended up having to spend about $110 of fun money, or about 11 weeks worth of savings to get this. That's my answer to all this, and we're not going to be in debt forever. We don't have a whole ton of debt. I'll probably do another video later detailing our debt situation, where we're at on the Dave Ramsey plan and all that. But I just wanted to get this out there to sort of nip that question before it came up, and maybe publicly apologize for showcasing gear that I think is worth the price to be paid, but there is a price to be paid. For those of you watching that came over from the finance or living within your means type channels, welcome. I hope you enjoy some of my gear reviews. I did tend to stay in the budget categories in terms of knives. I have a knife review coming up for a knife that I think pretty much everyone can afford. That's all for today. Class dismissed.